Hey guys, Miko here, and yesterday I posted a story and I asked about what are your questions about the EP in general, and I'm just going to answer it in this video. This is in relation to the Atlas Initiative retrospective video, so if you haven't watched that, you can check it out on the link somewhere. And if you've been watching the videos and it's been helpful for you, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, slide a DM on IG. I'd appreciate it. So let's get to the questions. Okay, so the first question is, I can't see, let me zoom the photo. Okay, so the first question is from Fintrot Guitar asking, how do you commit to an idea? For me, I don't really try to overcomplicate my stuff because first of all, I suck at guitar playing. And because the EP was written 2 years ago or a year ago, I guess I was happy at doing that at the time because even the concept of recording was amazing for me at the time. So I just try to check if I'm already vibing with the section. I just don't try to overcomplicate it because for me, I can always like create a new song and improve. But in terms of, I guess, selecting the ideas of what's going to be in the songs, I just chose the 4 because it represents a different concept or a different approach to songwriting. And I wanted to showcase that for my first EP, so I can compare what do I like the most, if that makes sense. Okay, the next question is from Sid Payne, and the question is the most challenging part of coming up with an album. For me, the most challenging part in coming up with the EP is with the recording. Yeah, I mean the recording, or I guess the writing and recording, because I mean, it's going to be limited by your production skills, your guitar playing skills, your writing skills. It's frustrating. Well, at least for me, it's frustrating because I'm a beginner at all of those and I hate myself. I'm kidding, but like when I listen to it now, I'm really like raring to go to write like my second EP already. Because for me, I was writing weekly riffs and demos and posting it on Instagram. And imagine if my EP was already completed in the writing phase and recording phase in March of this year. That means I've already improved as a producer and a guitar player in general and a writer in general. Well, I hope I've improved during the months after March. So I guess that's the most challenging part for me, which is writing parts and recording it as good as you can be. And I hope I can improve for the next release. Okay, so the next question is from Ray Lil Blue, and the question is, how did you market your EP? Well, for me, I've prepared for it for a long time, and basically I prepared for a music video, a guitar playthrough video, and I made a website for it. So I made a press kit for it. So if you're not familiar with the press kit, I highly suggest you do so, and you just send it to everyone or any blogs that you can find. I mean, not everyone's gonna publish your work, especially if it's an EP and also you're a new artist. I think that's a low chance of you getting published because mine didn't really get published that much as well. So I guess I wouldn't advise you to create a press kit in that sense. But anyway, my main marketing technique or approach was, well, post on Facebook groups, share to your friends. Yeah, mostly is that, just sharing to Facebook groups. I also used ads to promote the EP, and you better have a pretty good video or a story to post it. So yeah, I mean, that's basically how I marketed it. Just personally posting on Facebook groups, on message boards, and spending for a little bit of ads and hoping for the best. Oh, I also forgot. I tried pitching it to playlisters as well in Submit Hub, but personally, I wouldn't really advise it as well. I didn't feel there was any significant boost in the numbers. So if you can afford it, do it, but I don't really recommend it. But maybe you can have a different result for it. Okay, so next question is from Sectum Sempra. At what point can you confidently say a song is truly finished and ready to be mixed? Love you, BB, heart. For me, it's not really about confidently saying that it's completed. I just recorded the ones in the demo and added a little bit of production at some points, some synths at some points. But eventually, I think I just gave it 3 to 5 days after I completed tracking everything. Like, be able to complete everything else in 3 to 5 days. So that's drum programming, bass programming, synths and whatnot, editing. Just give yourself a deadline. I think a lot of people are abusing that since we're recording from home. We can just do what we want, but having a deadline for yourself really helps because, for example, if you're recording in $1 million studio paying $1,000 an hour, you wouldn't be in that luxury, right? So a little bit of pressure on yourself just to put your song out there. I mean, there's really no such thing as confidently like the song is completed, at least for me. So, okay, so the next question is from Goraz Nanevsky. He asks, looking to release an EP myself, how did you go about releasing and marketing your work? So good luck for your EP release. And for me, for releasing, how did I go about releasing and marketing my work? Well, after having my songs mixed and mastered, I just prepared the promotion side of it. So I prepared for a music video, I prepared for a guitar playthrough video, I listed down all the things I need to do, like submit to blogs, do Submit Hub like I said earlier. What else? Yeah, well, just preparing for your release in general. I can't really suggest. I guess just preparing in a way that you know what to post on your socials on which day, submitting your song as early as possible so you wouldn't have any issues when your song goes live. At least submit your songs a month ahead of your release date so it wouldn't have any issues on Spotify or Apple Music. And for marketing, I already answered it earlier. So yeah, just having your name out there and just hoping for the best. Okay, for the next question is riff writing, and this is from Banshee. Sorry, the laptop is far. I can't really read your name. And the question is riff writing and alternate picking exercises. I guess I can do a video for that in the future, but I don't think I'm the best guy. Well, I have already a riff writing video, so you can check it out. But for alternate picking exercises, I don't think I'm the best person to do that. Yeah, so thank you for asking for lessons, and you can check out my riff writing video on the link somewhere. Okay, so the next question is from Anthony Mayer Guitar. He asks, how did you get so many initial listeners from the first EP? Did you get on any playlists? So I'm really surprised as well that I got so many initial listeners from the EP. I mean, you can only do so much from promotions and ads. So I guess my suggestion would be just prepare for the best. Like what I said, do a music video, do a playthrough video, do creative IG stories for your song. Hope for the best. And in terms of did I get on any playlist, no. Or there's a few, but it's not really big playlists. It's more on individual people playlist, and most of my streams nowadays is on the algorithmic playlist from Spotify. So I guess how that works is if you have a lot of people listening to your song, repeating your song, and most importantly saving your song, they will push out your music to more people, because for the Spotify algorithm, repeat plays and saves from different people, it means that your song is good. So yeah, it's just Spotify doing its magic, I guess. Okay, so the next question is from Dio Stalo, my kabayan. This question is, what bass did I use on the EP? So I used the Submission Audio Gin bass, which is a library for a Dingwall and G3 bass. That's my main bass for it. But when writing the demo, I use Eurobass. Next is from AO Nick, asking some tips on preparing the timeline of producing, release, promoting an EP or album. So for me, when I was waiting for the mix and master to be completed, I was already planning on the media part of it. I think that's going to be most of what's going to eat your time post-recording, because of course you have to film videos, you have to make artwork, have revisions, so, and also have a schedule on when do you want your release to happen. So for example, for me, October 2 was the release of Disaresta, so I wanted to have at least content 2 weeks from its release day. So I made a teaser video, I made a giveaway, and just basically letting the people know that you have something coming up. So I guess that's my tip. After you mix and master the song, don't go in a rush to release it. Try to check if you already have your artwork, your videos ready. Once that everything is already completed, then try to schedule it as meticulously as possible. Like, you wouldn't have to think about what you should post on a day. So that's my tip for you. Just plan ahead and plan as meticulously. Don't rush your release. Just wait for the video, wait for the masters, wait for your edits, wait for your IG story edits, wait for everything and prepare. Once you have the whole package, that's when you release. Don't have anything as a follow-up. Next question is from Ricar156. His question is, a lot to ask, but how can mortals like us distribute the music to almost all music platforms? So this question, this is nice because it's very easy to release music nowadays. You can use a service like DistroKid or TuneCore or CD Baby that you can just upload your music to that and they will be the ones who will distribute it on all the streaming platforms. So I have a 7% discount / referral code on the description of this video. You can use it. I am using DistroKid as well and it's been flawless for me for the most part. And you get to save 7% and I get to have a few bucks of it. So check it out below on the description. And another question from Second Son 22. How did you market it? So basically what I've said earlier, Facebook groups, a bit of ads, like $100 on ads. I'm doing Submit Hub, which depends on you if you want to do. Sending to blogs for review, and again, there's not much guarantee on that. So yeah, that's my marketing approach. So like the main 4 things on my marketing approach. Okay, then on Facebook, the questions is, have you ever felt stuck in the middle that you just wanna give up, or you felt like what you're making isn't good enough? From RVV Perez. Yes. Yes, I mean, starting the recording phase, from after the recording to the mixing phase to listening to the masters, like up to the day that it's going to be out, the first single is going to be out. I always doubted myself that I don't think this is good enough. But again, I always remind myself that this is my dream and it isn't really about people liking your stuff. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people don't like my stuff. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as you're fulfilled, you're happy with how it sounds, you're happy with the music that you wrote, you're happy with the groove on this section that you wrote. That's all that matters. You should be happy with it. I got self-doubt. I have been anxious on the release, but I always remind myself, this is your dream, and once this is out, even if you quit tomorrow, you'll be fine with it. You'll be proud of it. If you have a release or you have a song like that out in the wild, doesn't matter if it's good enough for other people. Just be happy within you, and that will definitely help you in having confidence that that's good enough. Because let's face it, nothing is gonna be good enough, especially for me. And I just learned to have a deadline, or just I pressure myself to just stop at this point and put whatever I've made. So yeah, that's my answer to that. And lastly, from Kenzo Garcia, or aka Nof Customs, check his page out. He's the one who made the orange guitar, not this one. Oh, it's in Tagalog. So ano tinatandaan mo para talaga mag-focus sa goal na tapusin EP mo? So his question is, how do I remind myself to focus on completing my EP? Well, having a schedule definitely helps to that, and also just trying to stay away from distractions. Personally for me, I like playing games a lot, and during this time I didn't really play that much. I just try to reduce as much distractions that I have, and also just having a deadline for yourself, like every day for this week I'm going to track this song, next week I'm going to program the bass, the drums, all of it, and after that week I should be done with it. The project is locked and I cannot modify any of it. Setting yourself to a deadline in the schedule definitely helps. Those are the questions that I've got. There's a few messages on the questions as well that they just congratulated me or they're happy for me, and I appreciate those as well. Thank you so much for giving me encouragement and support. And again, thank you so much for submitting your questions. I hope I get to do this again. It's fun. And yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and if you have more questions, leave a comment below. I will answer them. And also, don't be shy to message me on Instagram or Facebook. I will answer them completely. Thank you again so much. My name is Miko, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!